Hey guys, welcome back to Bubble Burst. Today I'm going to be talking about Seeing AI mobile app and kind of explaining what it is and how to use it right after this. Let's get started right after this. Okay guys, so you're probably wondering, what is Seeing AI? And how does it work? And I'm here to explain that today. So Seeing AI is an app that blind and visually impaired users can use. So what you do is you put your phone camera up to the object that you want to see, like the scene in preview. For example, you would go to Seeing AI and you go to scene in preview. And you would want to go to the scene in preview, and then you would take your picture, and it would basically explain. So let me demonstrate that for you. The background music's just gonna stop because I'm currently doing background music with my phone because I'm recording with my roll notes, so we gotta have background music. But you can stop for 2 seconds. Open Seeing AI.
Voice view track position. Awesome. Lash sub app. Seeing AI activate. Seeing.
Okay, guys.
Channel. Adjustable document. Product. Person. Currency. Scene. Preview.
Alright.
Channel. Take picture.
Process it.
Probably a person's legs in the bed. Close. Menu. Button.
So,
App. Seeing AI. Seeing AI. YouTube. Active. See. Close. Activate. Default. FaceTime. Home. App. Seeing. Close. Seeing AI. Closing. Tab. YouTube. Close. Activate. YouTube. Vidco. Replay. Button. Play. Pause. Voice overall.
so yes, I'm blind and visually impaired as well, which is why you guys hear all the voiceover. But I do feel like Seeing AI is a great app, especially for seeing, because you can just take your picture, and as you heard, it'll just describe it basically. The other channels they have include a document channel, so you can, if you have a print page, like a page that has print written on it, you can take that print page and have Seeing AI read it. It's actually really cool.
My mom has no tattoos, and she was so mad when
Sorry guys.
Get the most out of her.
Stupid commercials. Let me see. There we go. Sorry about that. Having the commercials in the background is really annoying. But anyways, back to the video. So, on the next channel, there is a person channel, so Seeing AI can recognize your who you are, basically. really great app. I highly recommend for people who are blind and visually impaired, especially because, as you know, we all need seeing AI for people who can't see. And using, Apple is most popular for people who are blind and visually impaired because, we're grateful enough that they made VoiceOver. And VoiceOver reads what's on the iPhone screen, and it's really great. And for the Android phones, it's not as accessible. I know I'm comparing and contrasting a little bit here, but listen, it is what it is for blind people. So, yeah, basically, you would want to, sorry about that, music's wicked loud. Okay, there we go. Back to the video now. So, Seeing AI is, also has a person channel where it can recognize different people, and that makes it, really helpful because you probably don't know many people, and when you go out, it'll actually help you so that you can see the people a little bit easier. And also, you would just want to really introduce yourself to the person and kind of tell them that you're blind, and it's not as easy to see the person. And so maybe being blind and visually impaired, Seeing AI would be the right tool for you to see people. Unfortunately, Google just isn't as accessible for people with visual impairments. So if you're thinking about getting your blind kid a phone, go more towards Apple because they're way more accessible. And VoiceOver is how I use my phone, as you heard in the YouTube video that I'll be uploading. So, you're probably like, wow, this blind person is uploading videos on her channel. And the way I'm doing that is with my Braille Note Touch Plus, and it's actually really easy to do that because, I just click a button to start recording and it starts recording the video. And there's a product channel on Seeing AI that if you have the label close enough, it'll beep, 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 beep. And then, say processing, and say for example, I wanted to read the label on the cookie box. It would read the cookie box ingredients and tell me if it had anything I don't belong eating. Or if I wanted to, say I have a bottle of Snapple iced tea, because that's what I like to drink each time. I could use that to know if it contained grapefruit juice, pomegranate, or pomegranate juice, because those are all things I cannot have, and it would help me to know that I need to avoid someone paid you in the 20 spot, so just really make sure that you use that currency reader, because if you're supposed to get $5.99 back for change, they could have gypped you and gave you $3.99. So make sure. Yeah, but that's pretty much it. Channel, as I mentioned in my previous YouTube video about the blind and visually impaired person of all ages morning routine. There is a color changer. So you can use the color. So say I wanted to wear a pink shirt with pink shorts, or a pink shirt with purple shorts. I could use Seeing AI to make sure that I have pink shirt and purple shorts. Now another thing I want to mention to you in this video is there is something called Be My Eyes, and that is where you can call an instant volunteer and they will give you help at the tip of your fingers, but you need to make sure you have the camera at a good angle so that they can see you. Because if they cannot see you, if they can't see you or the thing that's, you need help with, they're not going to be able to help you. And they're great at directing camera support. I haven't tried them yet. I'm a little apprehensive to call them, but I think I'm gonna do a test call soon, and I'll vlog that for you guys so you can see it. For privacy reasons, I probably can't vlog the call, but I'll give you a rundown of how the call went, basically. But that's basically it. Now, one thing I will say is if you're going out to eat, you probably don't want to have your cell phone in the restaurant, but, if you need it, you can bring it in, and you just Seeing AI or Be My Eyes. I'm encouraging you to do that, or you can ask for a Braille menu, and what that is, basically, is it's a menu written in Braille. It'll look like a book, but I've gone to 99 and gotten this. So it's a binded book with like a cover, and then you open it, and it'll have all these things, like the kids menu, and the entree menu, or, for example, they will have gotta make sure the right background music is so they will have because the menu is in Braille, you need to make sure you know like a good portion of the Braille contractions, because things will be in contracted Braille, but it's your job as the Braille reader to make sure you know Well, no, because they're gonna cost like $1,000. But okay, so that's that on the parent with you scenario. Now you're 13, you're a little older, so you're going out with your friends, and you don't have your parent with you, and remember, your friends are all visually impaired and or blind, so you know your phone skills at this point, so you could use the Seeing AI document feature, or you could ask for the Braille menu, because at that point, you get taught all of your contractions. Not to brag, but I already finished the whole Braille code. I hate bragging, I really do. But remember, it's in the power of your hands, and you can advocate and ask your waitress or waiter to read you the menu, I guess. Like that's gonna be like the worst case scenario. You don't have your phone with you, or you can't read the Braille menu, which that's no excuse at 13, okay? Okay, people, you should be able to read Braille by 13. Anyways, you can ask your server in the worst case scenario. You can ask your server, but I encourage you to try your phone with Seeing AI or the Braille menu first. Don't just go right to asking your server, okay? Please don't. Try one of the two strategies I gave you in this video first. Alright. And also, keep in mind that you will need to, tell your server, like, I'm blind and visually impaired, and I don't have my phone or a Braille menu, so could you please help me read this menu? And you wouldn't want to, it's not bad to ask your server, I guess. Like, don't be embarrassed if you need to ask, because, listen, I've had to ask my server at multiple restaurants where I forgot my phone and they didn't have a Braille menu. And I was with my parents, but still, it's more self-advocating skills that you need. You can just ask the server and say, hey, what's on the kids menu, for example. Because I was still 11 at that time, but, okay, that has happened to me where I had to ask the server, but, you want to try and use your phone or the Braille menu if you can help it. But, like I said, if you need to ask your server, it's okay. Don't feel embarrassed, don't feel discouraged. I've had to do it before myself. And you should feel encouraged to go out with your friends. Don't just not go out with your friends because you're blind and visually impaired and, you're going to need help and all that good stuff. Just, put that behind you, even though you are blind and visually impaired. Just do what you need and kind of put that thought behind you and have fun. Don't let being blind and visually impaired ruin your time, I guess is the way I'm trying to say it. Anyway, sometimes even sighted people so don't be embarrassed. Just, go out, have fun. But also just be mindful. If you need help, don't be afraid to ask for it. What you want to do if you're in a scenario where you do need help, but you're afraid to ask for it, you shouldn't be afraid. Because you know what? Every single person, I'm sure, has asked for help in their lifetime and gotten that help. So don't let asking for help and stuff let you down when you go out and do things, because there's always that self-advocacy skill that if you ask for help, you will get it. If you say, "Excuse me, could you please help me tie my shoe?" You're going to get the help because you're asking nicely, and they understand that you're blind, visually impaired, and you may not be able to tie. So you really, you can get shoes without laces or Velcro, or you could ask for help if you really needed it, but you should try on your own first. And make bunny ears and then tie it through the knot, basically. Because tying shoes, I'm sure asking for help a million times is gonna annoy someone eventually, but don't let what I just said keep you from asking for help. Asking for help is not going to annoy someone, so please just speak up and advocate for yourself. Be strong and positive when you go out. If you're with a good group of friends, they should all understand. And really just don't let needing help as a blind or visually impaired individual wear you down. Just go out, have fun. If you need help, oh well, just ask for it. It's not that hard. And those are my words of wisdom, I guess. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like down below, give it a thumbs up, and subscribe and comment down below with any other ideas. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and goodbye.